Hey there, it's Patmos and welcome back for the next episode with City Tales Medieval Era, where we will continue our little town. We managed to move the farm, which is helpful, and now we just have to see what we can do to make it even better. Well, we get more houses in. We have 600 people already, so that's all good. We got some nice level 3 houses. We can even upgrade some other houses, so that's all moving in the right direction. The most interesting thing right now, I think, will be to plan how all of the city structures should go so that we can upgrade everything later on. But for now, we need somebody in here. Let's see, who can we get? Well, the fishing guy is pretty okay.
Okay.
So let's put that one in. That'll get us iron. And when that starts, we can slowly work towards tools. If we go over our supply, we can see that we are good on wood and planks. We are good on fibers. This is all running up. So every now and then I just like to check this and see if the numbers are still good. As soon as we start to run deficits, I'd like to adjust to it. So getting that done is good. Give Arthur the iron for the sword. That's what we're working on. Build the castle. Well, the castle is interesting because the castle is going to cost us a lot of these cut stones, special ropes, roof tiles, and a lot of money. So yeah, we're not there yet. However, we do have some stuff that we're making already. And another thing we could be making are the beams soon, I think. And maybe even the eatery. We don't have the eatery yet, do we? No, I don't think so. So having one would be helpful. So yeah, let's build an eatery. And I guess the carpentry can also be interesting, especially to probably upgrade these. See, we need beams for that. We have some low-level houses there, so let's build that in there. And then another thing to probably focus on is just complete the whole city area. And with that I mean make sure that we have all the houses wherever we need them and want them. We have all these areas filled up in such a sense that we yep, let's build one. Only 4 though, so it's not too big, but that's okay. Then we'll do another one. I mean, we need all the houses anyway. Once this is ready, it can really help us to plan for the rest of the town. Should I do one big one out here? I'm not so sure. Probably make this a little bit oddly shaped. I mean, I like that. I like to sometimes do a little bit of oddly shapes. This will be 6. And then we'll do one more to complete this area of town. And that'll give us a clue where all the houses will be, how much further we can get, and of course what to plan where in terms of the city buildings, like the pharmacy and stuff. So yeah, let's go. Another 5. Well, then this whole area is filled up. We have to get somebody into the eatery, of course. We do have all the meat and stuff there, so that's good. Let's get the one from the roots. That's okay. Alright, that's a start. We were making another one, yeah, here. The carpentry workshop. Let's get Mr. Misha there. Oh, more houses to upgrade. Always good. More houses means more money. So we're getting closer to the church. Or the castle. However, we are still far off from the castle. We don't even make those stones yet. So that'll be something. We have to upgrade the town hall, build a theater, and build a public school. Well, upgrading the town hall requires those beams. So it's good that we start with those. And we now have the tiles. So one of the things we need to get is a public school, but that also needs beams. Okay, interesting. Another thing we can look at is upgrading some of the market structures and churches and stuff, but probably be best. Let's take it one step at a time. The churches. This whole area is covered in churches. We need a church in this area, so probably somewhere here, and we need one somewhere here. Why not go ahead with that right now? So if we plant a church in this zone, everything in here is covered. So let's build a chapel out there. And if we build a chapel in this zone... Yeah, we have to wait until this one is done to clearly see where it will be. So that might be something to wait for. Let's go to wells for a second. Because, yeah, we also need a well in this area to cover it completely. Let's do that too. And we'll probably need a well in here too. Completely cover this. So, yeah, let's go. That's wells, marketplaces. Now, this is all covered in marketplaces already, so we don't have to worry about that. We go to the pharmacy, we can see that you only have one. So that could be an interesting one. If we place one here, that can work out. If we place one here, that can do a lot of good. And we probably don't need it everywhere. Can't do it in there. We can do it in there. That will make it fit in there. And if we do one in here... Yeah, this should do the trick for all these zones. We just need one more plank and then we can build it in here too. Then we have the pharmacy ready. This way we're taking the time to properly set everything up. See, now the church is ready. Now we can see how far it goes. And if we put the church in this zone, it'll be good enough. We just need to wait for the planks. Okay. So this way you can clearly see where every structure needs to go so that everything is covered. We can probably soon upgrade like the church and stuff, so that'll be interesting. And some of these might get upgraded soon, although I think the supply... So we have 4 wood that we produce. We use 2 for consumption because... Oh, we have 2 lumber mills already. Oh, well, that's good. I'm happy with that. Can I... Oh yeah, this is a lumber mill in there. Alright, so this is going relatively quickly. So let's start upgrading some of the houses again. Yeah, now almost up to 800 people. That's going fast. And we're getting close to doing the knight's errand. So that's a good thing, I guess. Let's upgrade this house. And then we still have to build the public school. Did we build that yet? Oh no, we needed the beams first. Okay, so we need 26 beams. That's gonna take some time, but that's okay. And then we can upgrade the town hall afterwards. Or we could even do that before already, but I don't know why we would. So let's just wait with that. So yeah, we have to take our time a little bit. Simple church just needs some of those planks, but they'll get in. In terms of all the production buildings, though, I think we have everything. So we don't get to build the stone guy, for instance, already. So we cannot turn anything into the cut stones that we need later on for the castle. So that probably comes when we do the an apple a day mission. Let's see. Give Arthur his stuff. Thy grace bringeth honor to my name, my lord. I am in thy debt now until fate unbinds me. Oh, please talk normally. Please accept my bound for gratitude and allow me to serve thee as I served thy sister. Lady Alba had also entrusted me with delivering a message. Dearest brother and young lord of Patmosia, I sent you my warmest congratulations. You finally earned your father's trust. The road ahead is treacherous and I wish you nothing but the fortune I lacked at your age. I have sent Arthur to your side. He's still green, but the spark of promise burns bright in him. Surely he reminds me of you. Please treat him well. Yours truly, your sister Countess Alba of Vatafaf. And I thank thee again, my lord. I shall now take my leave and await thy orders. Alright, good. So we got 20 gold. That's nice. And let me check quickly. Are all my companions now busy? Yeah, alright. They're all in a building. Because as soon as they're in a building, they will keep developing their skills. If they're not in a building, we're basically wasting them. But that's not what we're going to do. So that's something that we have to keep in mind. Oh, we can upgrade a house. So let's do so. Let's upgrade a few houses. Oh, it's using our planks. Maybe I should stop upgrading houses until we get that church up here, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We can always go speed 2 for a little bit. Speed things up. We don't have any of the upgrades for the farms yet, which will be so cool if we get those. Luckily, all of these still have whatever they need, so we don't have to worry about it. We do see that mushrooms are stable. We're using as many as we are getting, and the boar meat's even in a malus. So that's where the focus will be now. So let's get another trapper and another forester. Now another trapper can go up here. Yes. And another forester can go next to it. Nice, nice. Alright, there we go. 2 more production buildings, always good. And we're going to slow down again. How many planks? 6. Oh, that's almost enough for the church. We need 8 for the church. Just 2 more. Ooh. Yeah, any of these sections will do, but we'll do it in this one. This one still doesn't have anything, I believe, so just 1 more plank and we're there. Come on, planky makers. Oh, we got one and then it was taken out. Yep, there we go. There's the church. Alrighty, let's put this on normal again. So one of the things we haven't looked at yet is decorations. And we can get some decorations and they actually look nice. They require resources, of course, and a lot of these require actual planks. So that might be something. And there's level 1 and level 2 decorations, as you can see. But you can really spice your town up a bit with them and make some changes that are actually looking cool. Like if we want to make the entrance here look somewhat nicer, we can just add some flower stands to it, and there you go. And then we could add different flowers in different spots, making it look different. So there is actual ways of making your town look a bit different and also nice. We can even get a mausoleum or like a church stand. So this is where they can worship or something. You can imagine all you want with it. Tree stumps. Well, you know, here we have a tree stump with some flowers, so... And you can put those along the roads and stuff, so that's nice. Here's the tree stump. Here's another tree stump, I guess. No, it's not. Now it is. So there's plenty of stuff that you can add, like also to some housing. You can add a cloth line and stuff. Not going to bother too much with it because it's nice, but it's good this way. What do we need? A public school? Can we get the public school? Yes. Well, that's a whole different topic, the public school. We put it in here. It'll suit this whole area. Then we can build one later in this area too, I think. Trapper's cabin lacks a workforce. Well, you know what? Let's get Arthur in there. And then this one is the forester. Now we still have somebody in the forester, so they can keep developing their skills, but then at a different building and automating it. So this will be good. And that now means that we should be getting extra mushrooms and meat in, which is exactly what we needed. Looks like all else is still in the green. Yep, so no issues there. And then probably time to get some extra houses upgraded. Now we are out of the planks again. Plank production is pretty slow. What if we put a person in here to speed it up? That could work. We have one in the other one. If we put one in this one too, might help out. So yeah, let's put one in here. Certainly. Well, you go work on your skills there. There's more upgrades to be done. Yeah. We'll get there. We'll just have to be patient too. Alright, we have the theater. We have the public school. Now we need to upgrade the town hall. All we need for that is 20 more beams and we can upgrade it. That will be a very good thing then. We can also see that by adding the houses, all of these places are now filled up. So we have room for even more. Can't go too far here because I think there'll be a problem with the water. Here we go. Let's go this way then. Only 4. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Let's continue with another one. I like how we can really steer the whole idea of this with all these waypoints. That gives you so many more options to actually place nice zones. I just really hope at some point they will work on a sort of fix for when you want to get rid of a certain area. Or like one building inside a zone. It will completely destroy the district. I just want a destroy button so that the district stays intact. It will just open up the spot again. But I guess that's too hard to code in or something. So I hope they manage to find a way to do that. So they can just destroy the house or a church. And that it will be a vacant lot and they can then build a house in it or something. That would be very helpful, but... oh well, it is what it is. Alright, well, slowly we should be making a bit more money now. We're going to spend a lot of it, though, on the upgrade of the town hall. And then we'll need to start saving up again for the castle. So this is not the whole town. We're going to need more. But I guess once we upgrade the town hall, we might even receive a bit of gold for that. Although I'm not 100% sure, so we'll see. They do keep building houses, though, so that's the good news. How are we now? Alright, church coverage is complete where we want it. Well coverage is almost complete. We might want to do this little corner, but we might also not. I don't know. Market coverage is completed, except for that little corner. Pharmacy coverage is okay, only not in this area, but I don't think that is too much of a problem. Cool, well, you know, that's some work. Theater, also some work, so, you know what, let's go ahead with the theater. Because I think, if we do it in this zone, this will just make so much area covered. And then if we do one up here, we basically have covered almost the whole town, so that should work. And yeah, that's it. Education is a thing, and entertainment, but most of them are now pretty good. 24 beams out of the 30. 400 coins in town now, so let's keep going. That's more houses, that means more money. While we wait for the beams to come in, 25. Did I turn that off now? Yes, I did. Alright. This gives me a way to take a look at where the beams are made. They're made not here. Beams are made here. But yeah, this guy is in. He's working on his skills. And he already made the production cycle a little bit shorter, so that's good news. 27. All of the numbers are still green. We're not producing that yet, but we will do that later. We haven't unlocked this specific building yet. And everything is still in the green, so we're building up on resources. Which is perfect. That's exactly what I want. We're not going to use the beams to upgrade the church now. That would be a big mistake, because we're saving them for the town hall. And I would love to see the town hall upgraded. Just 2 more beams, which probably means like 2 minutes or something. Maybe a minute. Who knows? Now, it could well be that we'll soon run out of some of these deposits and that they will soon be emptied out. I hope not, but that can happen. If it happens, it's not too bad. It is just what it is. Yeah, then we might just have to move them a bit. But I think they made some changes on it as well. So, yes, it can empty out, but I think they made it a little bit slower now. Which is absolutely good news. Just moving the buildings around with all the different deposits wasn't really my thing. Alright, I think we have everything. We can now upgrade the town hall. There we go. We are left with 161 coins. So if we want to get to the castle, we're going to need a lot more coins. But hey, we're only on houses level 3. They go up to at least level 5. And that will give us a ton of gold. So I think once we get to promote some of the buildings like these, the clinic and the church and stuff, we can actually unlock this, because, oh, we need clothing and beams. But yeah, we need a church and a well in a higher level. And then we can upgrade this and get more money out of it. And that's where the real money is. The higher you upgrade the houses, the more money you make with it. So, and I do like the fact that you have to be a bit patient with the game. It's not like things are a grind or very slow. But yeah, you have to be a little bit patient to make sure that you can do all the right stuff. Alright, let's upgrade a few houses. This should already help out. Well, there comes the big town hall. Look at that. Guess it's almost ready. Oh, it's ready. They're just removing the scaffolding. But the structure itself is ready. So let's finish the mission. I see you're hard at work as always, my lord. Truly, our town now hardly be called a settlement anymore. Surely we are a proper city by now, and a proper city needs proper services. So, I've taken it upon myself to meet with someone of our villagers and ask what they missed most from their former homes. I've compiled their answers and even prepared a few blueprints for you. Okay, so what do we get? A spinning workshop, a tailor's workshop, a windmill, a bakery, an apple orchard, a cider press, and laundry. I don't think anybody missed doing laundry, but it's an interesting idea. Alright, so we now have some upgrades for the different farm buildings and such, so we should probably focus on that. We can now get a tailor workshop and a bakery. For that we need to get those fibers first. Question is how? Oh, there we go. May I borrow a moment of your time, my lord? It seems that His Majesty, your most esteemed father, has sent a messenger to our humble town. He has already arrived. In fact, please introduce yourself. Save you, young lord. I am pleased to finally make your acquaintance. My name is Llewellyn. I was sent by your father to deliver the most important message. I shall now read it out loud. To my precious son, gracious lord of Patmosia, I am delighted to see how far you've brought the modest lands I trusted you in such a short time. This is why your estate has been chosen to welcome a most important guest currently traveling through our country, Baron Janis Polek Duroy, a noble from the eastern realm of Gudor. He shall arrive shortly. Please ensure he enjoys his stay amongst your people. He's an ally and most importantly a friend. I trust you will extend to him all the courtesy and respect. Llewellyn will also collect the taxes you owe. Being my child does not exempt you from such matters. Oh, thanks, Dad. He shall then remain by your side and assist in your endeavors. He's a good fellow, though a bit stiff at times. I hope this missive finds you well. I am proud of you, and I trust we shall see each other again soon. Duke Leon IV of Mount Alba. This is all the letter says. There you have it, young lord. As per your father's wishes, and despite my stiffness, I shall accompany you from this point on. I believe taking care of those taxes should be utmost priority. Okay. Pay the taxes to your father. Well, we have the gold, we have the wheat, and we have the iron ore, so let's pay taxes. There you have it, young lord. Your father will be pleased. Now it's time we turn our attention to the matter at hand. Our esteemed guest from Gudor. Speaking of which, my lord already have a few ideas on how we might welcome him properly, and may this stay most memorable. How about a grand display of our culture? Okay. We could serve him delicacies he's never tasted, show him sights he's never seen. Surely that would leave an impression on him. Well, yeah, probably. How old-fashioned of you. Nobles are care little for simple pleasures. What we need is a display of wealth and power, something that will make him regard our lord as truly worthy of their title. You can't be serious. Any city in the country can boast its wealth, but our culture is what makes us unique. Please, my lord, the choice is yours. I trust you will make the right decision. There's strength in our culture, or there's pride in our wealth. Yeah, we go with culture. I knew I was right to place my trust in you, my lord. Once again, I'm honored to stand by your side. So be it. I trust in your judgments. And his face says he does not, and I hope it bears fruit. Well, I guess. Alright, we got Llewellyn. We got now the smithy. The stone workshop, but it needs tools. The sand pit and the mortar work. Wow, we got a ton of stuff in now. Wow, we have so many things to build now. Let's just take it slow and one thing at a time. We were busy already. Making sure that the town is running. Ooh, we had request. Oh, boy. I can't even click it because these keep popping up. There's a lot of talks in this game. Please numb it down a little bit. Thank you again for putting your trust in me, my lord. I've made the right decision. Now, I reckon we should get to work quickly if we want to be ready for the Baron arrives. As I said, our culture is our biggest asset, and what better to show off one's culture than a banquet? A feast of local delicacies will surely impress our guests. I've taken it upon myself to ask our companion Isobel for help in the matter. I believe she has experience in this domain. Yes, I suppose you could say that. I used to work in the kitchen. Yes, okay. We should start by training more people. See, hosting a banquet is nothing like the usual evening service of an inn. Our people are not fit for it yet. While we work on that, I will start planning the menu. Okay, thank you very much, Isabel. You really seem to be in your element. Yes, thank you for trusting me, Lord. I won't disappoint you. Good. Begin the preparations. Okay. Now, young Lord, may I have your attention for a moment? Yes, I was wondering if you'd let me take some stale bread from the hall's pantry. Why, you ask? Please, young Lord, do not have an ounce of trust in me. What nefarious deed do you expect me to commit with stale bread? No one's going to eat it. I might as well take it. No. Look, I just need some bread. I'm not asking for much, am I? Surely you can do me this favor. Give the bread. Alright, that's one mission, and this is the last one. Hey there, my lord. The weather is lovely, wouldn't you say? Makes you want to sit back and watch the world go by. We've made such tremendous progress already. Surely we'll deserve a moment to unwind, right? Before you accuse me of being lazy, well, no, go ahead. You can call me lazy, but admit that a nice cup of cider would be perfect fit right now. What do you say? We share one. Alright, so we now have to get cider too. Oh dear. Well, this one is done, my lord. Now that the kitchen staff is ready, it's time we gather the proper ingredients. I'm quite handy with pots and pans, but hey, I don't have a green thumb. So I've asked Judith for help. Okay. Yes, your highness. Isabel told me all about your plans. It sounds really exciting. I'm not a farmer, but I'll try my best to help you. Okay. Firstly, we need to speed up our wheat production. We sent a hefty share to the Duke in Texas, so our reserves are running low and we'll need plenty to prepare for the banquet. Let's make sure our windmills are running and properly manned. Okay. So we have to get an autonomous windmill. Alright, well, plenty of tasks to do. And one of the things I actually want to get to is get this stuff in. But to get that, we need these fibers. And I think we get those, yes, from the spinning workshop. So where was my flax farm again? Somewhere up here. There it is. And we have to get a spinning workshop. There it comes. Alright, that's the first step. With that spinning workshop, we can get into the windmill. Alright, that's good. We also need an apple farm and a cider press. Now, is there a place somewhere here where we can build the apple farm without interfering with a lot of the fertile land? I think so. We could do it up here. We could do it down here. Yeah, I'm actually thinking of doing it here. We do have a lot of space here to use, which is good. I'll just have to see if we can make this big enough to accompany all that we need. I don't know. 3 fields, that might not be enough. Kind of want to get 4 fields, I think. Yes, okay. Oh boy, we need a lot more beams for this. Okay. Well, let's hold off on that then. One thing at a time. We'll now get the spinning workshop. Once that is up and running, we can start to automate it. That's a start, I guess. Yes, so let's put somebody in there to automate it. Okay. Well, Levelin is not doing anything, so let's put him in. At least every companion is busy. Next step. Well, we might go with the simple stuff, like we can now build the sand pit. We have everything else. If we get the sand pit, we can at least start to accumulate sand. And that's a resource we don't have yet, and that we do need. So where's the sand? Oh, probably has to just go by the river. Well, we have the clay here too, or the other stuff. So yeah, let's just put it by the river. There we go. Sand pit. Is one enough? That's the big question. Once we have the sand pit, we have all of that. And then from there on, we can either go to the smithy, which logs and iron. Well, we have all of that. So yeah, we could build a smithy. But we just need one, so at least for now. Yeah, let's build a smithy. And then step by step, sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming when you get all these things unlocked. But step by step, you can get there. So now we will soon start to make some tools. We are still good on the log production, I believe, so no problem there. This will get us where we need to be at some point, so I like this. So yeah, the smithy and the sand pit will now get built. And then, yeah, we're away from the stone workshop, and the mortar workshop is even further out. Taylor also needs the fiber, so we can't get into that yet. The baker needs the windmill, so we don't have to get into that. I kind of feel like we should get into more planks again, because we are just not making enough planks. So, you know what? Let's go all the way out here, build an extra lumber mill. And I guess that means we're also going to need another autonomous woodcutter. Yes, let's get one. Alright, well, that's a lot of structures, but that will surely benefit us when they're all done. Here's the sand pit. Who are we going to put in there? Oh, we can put Alberic in there. You go to the sand pit. Then here we have the smithy. Very nice.
It will be done.
Judith can get in there for now. We can still upgrade some houses, which is helpful. Especially for all the money that we need to make all these constructions. Because construction work also costs you money, so make sure to keep upgrading housing. Alright, what do we have in here? Yeah. Mushroom person can go in there. Now, all the buildings are manned. Except for the woodcutter, but that still needs to be built. All the others are now manned and will be busy, so that's the good news. We are running low on iron now, though. We're using more iron than we produce. So we will need another iron mine. Is there some iron left that we're not getting yet? We're getting that already, so that's not a possibility. There's none up here. Oh, here's iron. Alright, let's get one there. That should do. And, yep, another wood cabin is ready. I think I want to put Misha in there now.
Okay.
He's already pretty good at it, so let's get him in there. Well, that's a lot of expansions in terms of production, but that will aid us in the long run, I think. So, you know, getting better planks and all that kind of stuff is just for the long run. But it is really helpful. Autonomous windmill. Well, this one should already be almost autonomous. Yeah, just a little bit more to go and it's autonomous. That's great. Looks like we now have some beams to spare. 21. Oh, we're getting close, I think, for the apple orchard. Ooh. I think I want to reserve most of this space for another bit of town if we need it. So yeah, this is going to be the apple orchard place, I think. Exactly where we tried to build it. Might want to make it 5 fields though, but I'm not sure. Yeah, this is 3 again. I want it to be bigger so that we have at least 4. Yes. And, oh man, we still need a lot more beams. Thought we would be there by now. Boy, is that a lot of work. Yeah, can't click it now. Well, let's go to speed 2 for a little bit, see how fast this goes. Although I don't think the beams go that fast. 1, yeah. Didn't we make the extra beam guy? I thought we did. Yeah, I should probably just tell this to not happen. For now. Isn't this the extra? No, that's a woodcutter. Oh, then probably did not make the extra beam guy yet. Just made the extra woodcutter. Then the beam guy will be next. Alright. Well, let's go with this first. Extra iron. That's very much needed too.
Certainly.
Certainly. Well, good. You go do that. Let's click and see. Beam guy. Yeah, we have only 1. But we wanted another one. Alright, let's put it in the same zone so we have them close. That will generate us the extra beams that we need. 33 now, all of a sudden. Trying to get up to 44 though. But yeah, speed 2 is probably helping out. That's probably why things are now progressing slightly faster. Which I think is good for the moment. I don't really like to play speed 2 because it's really fast. Certainly. And then Sometimes I'm like, well, you know, let's slow down a little bit. That's actually what we're going to do right now. Hey, did this help? This did help us to get a lot more upgrades ready, which is cool. 37 beams now. We're getting very close to the 40 beams that we want. For the apple cider. And then we have to start getting beams for the windmill. We can make the bakery at some point, so... It is all interesting. But yet again, one thing at a time. Alright, here we go. There we are. I hope I did it the right size straight away. 4, yes, and we have the beams. There it goes. Yay! We finally get the orchard. Well, I like how it easily removes the trees. That's going pretty quickly. And there we are. Apples. Then get the apple cider place. Once it's ready. But yeah, we're going to need another set of beams for it. And we need even more beams for the windmill. But we are now still producing good amounts of wood. We are producing more and more planks. And... we produce 2 beams now, so that should be exactly where we want it to be. We are now also producing the fibers. Everything is still in the green. I like it. That's exactly how we want to see it. Here's another house to upgrade. Here's another house to upgrade. We have 176 coins, 1,000 people in town. So that all looks pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. Alright, let's make sure that the apple orchard is ready and manned, so that's all good. So we don't forget about that. Otherwise, we might just forget that we have to do that. There is somebody there now, so can they now start to build? Yes, very good. In the meantime, everything starts to pile up. Let's go to speed 1 because we have a question. Save you, Your Highness. I wish to once again express how honored I am to be at your service. As you know, your most esteemed father speaks highly of you, and I can already see why. Now, may I be so bold as to ask a small favor of you? And see, when I left the capital, I made sure my dear wife and children were well provided for, with enough coin to live comfortably while I'm away. I believe you understand. As a result, I now live rather modestly myself, and so I hoped I might witness your boundless generosity once more. Would you be willing to help me in these trying times? Well, if you work hard, you get salary, dude. He wants 35 gold, oh my dear. Alright. Thank you, Your Highness. Truly, there are none as kind and agreeable as yourself. I have no doubt you're destined to become a magnificent ruler. Yeah, thanks you. This will allow me to live in comfort and even welcome my family every now and then. Thank you again. I give you my word. As soon as my work here is done, I shall repay in full. I am not a man who leaves debts unpaid. Alright. Well, can't wait for you to leave then, so do you repay your debt. But other than that, it's okay. It will be done. It will be done. Alright, there we go. This is up. We now start to produce apples. And then soon enough, we can start to produce the other stuff. And I think we now have everything for the windmill. Yes, so let's build a windmill. But before the windmill is done, I am going to tell you thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments in the comments section. I will respond to it. And then, of course, I hope to see you next time when we will continuing this little town and see how prosperous we can make it. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.